kind of weird. Haven't done this in a while. We are refocused, and right now we are talking playoff predictions.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah, that never gets old. That will never ever get old. Any football video I do that talks about playoffs, that video will probably be shown because it never gets old. Anyways, let's just kind of start off on teams that I think are just going to be outside of the bubble in the AFC. The 3 teams that are not going to get in but are just on that cusp of getting in: Baltimore Ravens, the New York Jets.
Hello?
I really don't have any trust that Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to do well. And you got to have that Brandon Marshall second year. You know, I'm somewhat good, but I'm kind of a diva thing going on here. And then thirdly, San Diego. I think this is really going to be, if they don't make the playoffs, they will not be in San Diego next year. Going on to the wild card, I think you're going to have the Cincinnati Bengals get in there. And I also think you're going to have maybe this is a little bit of a surprise, but the Oakland Raiders, I am high on them. I like Derek Carr a lot. I like Amani Cooper, Latavius Murray back there in the backfield, but their defense is just so freaking good. I think if there is going to be a dark horse, the Oakland Raiders might be that one. Now let's get on to actually who are the division winners. New England Patriots, yeah, sure, whatever. Let's not waste our time on the AFC East. New England's already got locked up. That's no problem at all. Then AFC North is going to be competitive because you're going to have Cincinnati. They'll get in the playoffs. They'll lose their first game. Marvin Lewis will finally get fired because they don't win anything. It's ridiculous. I think Pittsburgh's going to get past the Bryant just suspension of stupidity, and I think they'll actually win the division. I don't think they'll go far in the playoffs, but I think they will win the division. I think the AFC South is one of the worst divisions in football. I think Houston has enough to get by that division. I don't know if Brock Osweiler is actually going to be any good or anything like that, but anytime you got J.J. Watt, you have a chance. DeAndre Hopkins proved last year that he is at least worthy of being that #1 receiver. Didn't need the Andre Johnson help. He was able to carry that team offensively in the wide receiver position. In the AFC West, I don't think Denver's actually going to have a chance to repeat. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs at all. Denver's going off the premise of, you know what, all we need is defense and running. And the last time that they went through this was the last time they won back-to-back Super Bowl championships. They did not have a good quarterback coming back. And then, if I recall, they kind of struggled and didn't do so well in the playoffs. But with that said, I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be there. I like their defense. The Kansas City Chiefs' chances are really going to depend on Jamal Charles. I think Alex Smith has enough to really just get you through. Over on the NFC side, I think the 3 teams that are just on that cusp and really... Okay, Washington Redskins, I don't think you're really that good, but, you know, I wanted a 3rd team, so there you are. I think Tampa Bay is going to be a little bit better than people think, and the Atlanta Falcons won because the NFC South is worse than the AFC South. They're just a god-awful division, so they should be able to beat up on each other pretty easily. But Atlanta, you might do well. I don't know. Your offense should be good. Matt Ryan shouldn't suck, but... you know, who knows? I think your wildcard teams in the NFC will be the Minnesota Vikings, which is shocking in its own right because I think it's hilarious that they gave up all the picks that they did to get Sam Bradford. The real winner of the offseason is the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't think I've ever imagined saying any team from Philadelphia would win anything. It's ridiculous. But then the Seattle Seahawks, they're actually going to be one of the better teams in football this year. It sucks that they can't win the division. I'm putting everything that I can think of behind the Arizona Cardinals. Love their defense, love their offense. Bruce Arians, oh my gosh, love that guy. But like I said, Seattle's going to be a good team. They're going to make it far in the playoffs as long as they don't run into Arizona. So you may have guessed it, in the NFC West, I do have Arizona going for the reasons I listed before. In the NFC North, I think Green Bay is going to pull it out. The NFC South, like I said, is the worst division in football. Carolina is just going to run over everybody again. They're not a worse team than they were last year. The division's not really any much better than it is last year. I think the Carolina Panthers are just going to run through the NFC South. Who's going to win the NFC East? Oh, someone's got to win it. The Giants. There you go. New York Giants. I think your final 2 teams in the AFC will be, well, 1, New England Patriots. That's an easy chalk up. But I think maybe the Kansas City Chiefs could sneak in there and kind of make some headway. I think the Patriots will go to the Super Bowl. I don't want to make that pick, but I think that's probably the pick that will end up happening. On the NFC side, I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to get there, and either the Seattle Seahawks or the Green Bay Packers, depending on just what happens. Green Bay just has some weird, stupid luck in the playoffs, it seems like. You had 4th and 27 against Philadelphia about 10 or 12 years ago. You had last year with the onside kick, the 2-point conversion, so much crazy shit last year. But I think you're going to see Arizona ultimately get over the hump and get onto the Super Bowl. Regarding the Super Bowl, I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think the Patriots offense is going to be very, very high powered. It usually always is. You got to have just a bunch of short white guys running around, making plays and doing whatever, getting knocked down, getting concussed, but you know, it's football, so let's go. And you have Gronk, who's just a crazy beast. But I think Arizona has enough. I think Larry Fitzgerald could come up huge. And I'll say this, if Arizona wins, I don't think we're seeing Carson Palmer back the next year. I don't think we're going to see Larry Fitzgerald back the next year. I think both of them will retire on top. So that is my opinion. Those are my thoughts on who is going to win the Super Bowl, what the playoff teams are going to be. Again, this is before the season actually starts. There's not really a good way to end this stuff. You're saying, you know, I used to say see you on the green. Now I want to change everything up because it's a new channel and everything like that, but we'll just say, see you later. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel because it really helps us out a lot. And if you have a couple of minutes, please check out some of our other videos. And of course, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope.